dust. You land of all the things that you would change, but it was just a dream.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. I'm your host, Chase Coburn, and it is time for Fairfield Woods playoff basketball. The Hillcrest Hawks and the Fairfield Woods Wildcats in your 3-6 first-round battle in the Fairfield County Boys Basketball League playoffs. We're going to get you our starters for both teams.
Fairfield Woods, are we excited? Your starters for the opposing Hillcrest. Number 2, Brett Helminger. Number 3, Brandon Rossett. Number 5, Josh Tuhays. Number 24, Jesse Felicione. And number 32, Michael Usaglo. Now let's give it up for your starters for your Fairfield Woods Wildcats. Making his return to the starting lineup, guard, 8th grader from Holland Hill Elementary, number 1, MJ Lombardi. Guard, 7th grader from North Stratford Elementary, number 2, Declan Sullivan. Guard, 6th grader from Jennings Elementary, number 11, SJ Taxil Taralis. Forward, 8th grader from North Stratfield Elementary, number 12, Max Costello. And last but not least, forward, 8th grader from Helen Hill Elementary, number 22, Brady Holt. And a head coach in his 2nd season, Scott Lippa. Let's make some noise for your Fairfield Woods Wildcats.
So please be sure, we're going to have the starters pulled up in just a minute if you guys haven't seen it. A great starting lineup we got here from Fairfield Woods. MJ Lombardi, 27 points to close out his regular season. That came against you-know-who, Hillcrest. So Woods, in their final game of the regular season, played Hillcrest, and now they're playing them in the playoffs. Declan Sullivan making his return to the starting lineup. The 6th grader, SJ Taxil Taralis, and his playoff debut, along with Max Costello, and then Brady Holt clogging up the middle. Spoke with Brady before the game, talked about some of the playoff jitters, all the things you're going to need to know. We'll play that mid-game. Let's take down our starters bar because we got a basketball game to play, and one that is great. Fairfield Woods beat Hillcrest both times in the regular season, but spoke with Coach Metzger before the game and just talked about changing up a few of her formations, working on themselves, not really scouting against Woods, but she said they've played their worst basketball against Woods, so they're switching up their formations, how they're working defensively to make sure they're ready for this game. We have some pause as they're trying to find a right basketball. You want to make sure that this basketball definitely has the right dribbling. By the way, making it to the house today to support his boys, Leo Sanchez. Why does that name ring a bell? Fairfield's starting point guard last year. Fairfield meaning Fairfield Woods. Starting point guard last year. Led the team in steals. Was a key component in their first win of the playoffs, which came against Madison. They ended up making the championship, falling short to Ludlow. Woods, a 9-5 regular season. They finished the regular season as a 3rd seed. Hillcrest the 6th. Spoke with Coach Lipow before the game. He said, this team deserves to go on a championship run. 3 games to do it. 3 games to show what you're made of. We're getting started. SJ Taxil Taralis. Falling on the ground, Brady Holt controls the board and the cleanup. That is what Brady Holt does best. Again, I spoke with him before the game. We're going to try to get you that interview as soon as we can. But he was talking about how some of his rebounding numbers have really helped Fairfield Woods, what he's looking to do, kind of with Max Costello in the paint today, both offensively and defensively. Three-pointer rolls away for Helminger. Texel Teritis, cross-court Lombardi, driving coast to coast with Holt to his right. It'll go out of bounds. Texel Teritis, the catalyst from the sideline. Woods stacking up with their 2 guards and 2 forwards. SJ just has got to get it in, gets it. MJ goes up for it. Grabs it away for Felicio, then gets it over to Sullivan on the opposite sideline. Now it's pickpocketed away. MJ trying to get the steal. Slowing down the defender, but still a steal for Josh Tuhayes. Trying to make something happen. Tuhayes tipped around. SJ Texel Teritis comes up with it. Down the court for MJ, and there's contact. Lombardi to the line for 2 free throws. SJ Texel Teritis, calm, cool, and collected on the steal. And Woods' leading scorer, one of the most prolific in the county, going to the free throw line. I spoke about Leo Sanchez, kind of calm, cool, and collected. I said, you know, MJ Lombardi, the only returning player on this squad from last year. So I asked him, what's the message to all these other players? You've been in this position. You've been in the playoffs. You've played 3 postseason basketball games. I've been a key contributor in 2 of those wins. He just said he got to stay compact. He's got to stay calm, stay cool, play great defense, and that'll lead to wins in the postseason. Great to have Sanchez in the house and the guards stepping up thus far for Fairfield Woods. Texel Teritis the steal, Lombardi the drive, adds on to a Woods lead, and then on the defensive end, Max Costello, a superb contest as Sullivan will recharge the offense. Mid-range jumper, Declan Sullivan. Nothing but net. MJ, great clamp defense as it gets over to Tuhayes. Firing it around. Tuhayes able to blow by Lombardi, then tries to get it past Brady Holt. He does as Usiglo tries to keep it in, but steps out of bounds in the process. Something to keep an eye on, though, is MJ Lombardi. As great of an offensive game as he had the last time around when he played Hillcrest to end the season, and we're going to talk about that in just a minute, how historic the performance was in terms of the Woods record books. He was getting blown by a lot defensively. I'm sure Hillcrest, looking back at the film, I'm sure that's something they'll want to try to continue to do because MJ's so crafty offensively, but defensively overcommit kind of towards half court. And it led to some drives for the opposing team being the Hawks. Last time around, Brandon Rossett picks up his dribble early. There's great defense from Lombardi. It's over to Hayes. Usiglo tries to get it off the tip. Max Costello instead gets the steal. Has just got to control his dribble. SJ Texel Teritis. Costello can't chase down the board. Locked in the corner, Helminger. Drives by Sullivan. Having trouble getting by Lombardi, but he gets it to Tuhayes. Sullivan able to get back. Holt cutting off the corner. Three-pointer, nothing but net. Rossett gets the ball rolling. Hillcrest has their first points of the game. Lombardi, no good. It looked like one. You never want to give MJ those shots. He's only going to miss a certain amount of them. He was so prolific on the three-point line in their last meeting with Hillcrest. Was 4 of 10 from that area. Driving it down low, Usiglo getting the matchup with the smaller Lombardi and capitalizing. Texel Teritis. Holt in the corner, then SJ. There's Sullivan, also on the opposite wing. Coach Lookout wants a foul. No foul call. MJ working the baseline. Double team, does his back out Sullivan. Couldn't get control of it. Tuhayes tips it out of bounds towards his own bench. Runs into his own teammates, David Moraes and Joe Brinsmade. As Woods gets it back, Texel Teritis has MJ in the corner. Has just got to get it in. Holt comes to it with Sullivan above him. Using the screen. Holt rolling. Sullivan step back. Oh, yeah! Declan Sullivan, welcome to postseason basketball. He's got 5 of Woods' 9. Woods leads by 4. Ross set. Little floating pass. Rolling away. Costello, his second steal of the day. Excuse me, 3 steals today for Max Costello. He's coming to play. 4:05 to go in this opening period. A few looks here and there for Hillcrest. Declan Sullivan has put on a show. We're halfway into this first quarter, and the Cats lead by 4. Sullivan double teamed at the point. It's out Taxil Tiritis. They try to drive. Now in Max Costello. Puts it in off the glass. Woods now leads 11-5. Ross set in the corner. 3-pointer Helminger. Too much. Usick on the board. Him and Brady Holt. That's going to be a matchup to look out for all day. Now a drive on the other end. An incredible attack from Jesse Felicione. Cutting the deficit. SJ Taxil Tiritis. Good form. Good result. SJ really came onto the scene when he played really well against Ludlow in the first regular season game back on December 4th. It was Woods' third home game, of the regular season. He led the team in scoring with, I believe, 14 points. And ever since then, he's been a key contributor, whether on the starting lineup or coming off the bench. He gets a 3-pointer there, 1 for 4 today, though one of the more efficient players on the team fell on the ground on the Helminger drive. Taxil Tiritis, efficient and understatement in this regular season. 52% from the field and 55% from 3 in the games we broadcasted of SJ Taxil Tiritis. Very efficient. The form looks good and has done such a great job when Coach Lippow has supplemented him into this starting lineup. Will Hall's into the game, though, as Taxil Tiritis takes a rest. That's the only substitution we've seen from either team today, with 2:22 left in the opening frame. Deep 3-pointer for Sullivan. Hard grab off the glass. Mid-range jumper tips away. Hall can't get the board, chased away. Sullivan tries to grab it. Who is it off of? They say Hillcrest. 121 seconds left in the opening period. 14-7 Cats. Lombardi working the baseline. Thought ball went out of bounds. Said they're going to call a foul on the baseline. That's why MJ was pressured out. Foul going on Helminger. 3rd foul of the first quarter for Hillcrest. Floater for MJ Lombardi, no good. Bolt, an offensive rebound. His field goal, though, also no good. Trying to get it to Two Hayes is Rossett. Can't do much with it. Lombardi drives it down the floor. Ball on the ground. MJ fighting for it as he grabs it from behind. A jump ball that will lean the Hawks' way. Got to take a sip of water in these types of games. It's going to be a lot of energy. It's going to be a great basketball game. Though Fairfield Woods took care of business by 15+ in both meetings, including their most recent blowout victory, where MJ Lombardi had the 3rd most points in Woods history in a single game. 27, 2 away from tying the record the Hudson Cofed tied last year with 29. Trying to get it in his Hall. Costello's open. Brady Holt at the mid-range area. Never dribbled. Now he is able to. Take it away, though. Stolen. Rossett trying to do it all himself. No good. Gets his own board. Will Hall the block, but they called a foul on it, and he's it on. That is shooting Ross set will go to the free throw line. While Ross set shoots us 2, I want to let you know that today's broadcast is brought to you by Haven Hot Chicken. Haven Hot Chicken is an American-style restaurant specializing in their juicy, crispy, jumbo chicken tenders. On top of that, try their famous banana pudding as well as its seasonal variations. Download the app today since they are offering a free Teddy Slider this Sunday to all app users. A huge thanks to Haven Hot Chicken at 907 Post Road in Fairfield, Connecticut for sponsoring today's stream. Both are good for Hillcrest. It's 14-9. Haven Hot Chicken, also the first guest on me and on the producer of this show is Arif Kapoor, our new show releasing very soon out in Fairfield. We appreciate their constant support and all the great people there, both at just the Fairfield location and on top with management as well. We appreciate the great things they do. Two Hayes driving in. We'll stay with Hillcrest. Hall's been aggressive defensively, though the Hawks will get it back. Way out Helminger. Contact on the drive. The fans really excited and cheering on their team in this playoff performance. Owen Welk into the game. MJ Lombardi out. Owen Welk, we saw him start the last outing. Went 1 for 5 and didn't see the light of day again. Now he's going to get his second chance to redeem himself. He's got a great shot. It's just a matter of when to shoot and how to do it. And he usually runs the offense when he's in the game. He's got great speed. He shows it right there as he gets it off to Will Hall. Now down low, Brady Holt got the size, though travels while doing so. Footsteps in midst of his penetration. 5 seconds for Hillcrest to make something happen. Sullivan applying a little bit of the pressure. Ross set. A spin move off of it. 3 seconds. Getting down the court quickly. Ross set. Too much force off the backboard. He was able to get a reasonable shot attempt, though it didn't fall. Fairfield Woods coming out firing on both sides of the ball. They look sharp. Coach Liphouse said before the game, we deserve to be at a championship run, and they're playing like it. 14-9 will go into the second quarter. The Cats are off to a great start in front of this home crowd. We're returning to you for second quarter action from Fairfield Woods. I mentioned Owen Welk, short stints into the lineup. Maybe 45 seconds, and now he's out of the game. SJ Texel-Tiritis back in. We begin the second quarter. Texel-Tiritis gets it down low. Brady Holt in the low post. Now Sullivan, crafty offensive playmaker. Shots no good. Costello the rebound from behind the rim. Gets it to Brady Holt, though his 7-foot mid-range jumper falls away. Driving in, kick out for Ross, set. Too high, it goes to Woods. Felicione gave it his best attempt in terms of jumping up and getting the basketball. But instead it will return to Fairfield Woods. No MJ Lombardi out there. He had 27 against Hillcrest the last time around. Who's going to step up as that big offensive playmaker while he's taking a rest? That'll be the key question. Is it Texel-Tiritis? He's wide open from 3. His shot no good. The form has looked good. He's gotten open, though the shots just haven't fallen. 1 for 5 today is the 6th grader in his playoff debut. Attacking the baseline in for 2 Hayes. Will Hall grabbing it with 2 hands. Fast break. Taxilteritis, an incredible athletic attempt from Rossett to grab it and then push it the other way. Rolling around, Usiglo on the board. 3-pointer at the point. 3-pointer is good. Brett Helminger. Lead is only 2. Ball on the ground. Sullivan can't grab it. Yes, he can. Hayes couldn't regain it on the fast break. Though it's returning to Hillcrest. A substitution. Welcome in. Brady Price. He checks in for Declan Sullivan, one 7th grader for another. Price started a vast majority of Woods games this season. No stop starting toward the end of the year. Kind of thought Coach Flippout thought his presence would maybe be better off the bench. He's making his first appearance. Ball on the ground, fighting for a rebound. Felicione giving it his best, and it'll stay with his team offensively. Deep, Will Hall trying to get another steal. Falls down as he thinks the ball's there. Hayes is able to pick it up quick. Rossett double teamed, attacking the baseline. Now trapped as Price is guarding him on the other end. That's an attack on the baseline, and it's good. We're all square. Jesse Felicione. Taxilteritis, 5:45. Left to go in the second quarter. Price coughs it up. Rossett, a drive and a foul. Brandon Rossett has been the offense today for the Hawks. He's got 2 free throw attempts on the way. MJ Lombardi back in for Woods. Will Hall takes a seat. Staying with Hillcrest. The second free throw was missed. No Costello couldn't get the board and had some frustration afterwards. Coach Limbaugh's going to want to call timeout here. It was 14-9. Woods yet to score in this second quarter. Instead, Hillcrest an 8-0 run, and they've got all the momentum. They lead by 1 on the road. We're returning to you from action. Taxilteritis, Costello, and Lombardi all chasing down a basketball. It leads to a wide-open kick-out from 3-point range that Hillcrest can't execute on. Costello, many folks tripping down towards the ground. A tripod that has been pushed back because of it on our part. SJ Taxilteritis and Brady Price trying to resurge this offense. Lombardi, Costello mid-range, now Brady Price. Holt, excuse me. Can he get it to his fellow Brady? Instead he gets it Lombardi on the opposite side. MJ trying to make something happen, gives it away, though is fouled while doing so. And MJ happy about it.
Here we go, seated.
They rule it shooting. MJ Lombardi going to the line for 2 free throw attempts. I mean, yes, we could talk about what MJ did in the Hillcrest game specifically, but I mean, this entire season, MJ has been that guy for Fairfield Woods, averaging 17 points a game, 5 rebounds, a steal and a half on 44% shooting in the games we broadcasted of MJ this year. Been on the team all 3 seasons. His role has progressed each year as now he's one of the star players on this team. Spoke with him before the game. I'm like, you know what? This is your farewell tour. Most likely your final game in front of this Fairfield Woods crowd, win or loss, unless a few upsets happen. So I spoke with MJ. I said, what do you got to do? He said, just contribute positively. We all contribute positively. We all contribute a little bit, and we'll win this basketball game. Lombardi misses both free throws. Gets it back, though, off multiple rebounding attempts. Shot is also no good. MJ tripping a player as he tries to get the basketball. Gets between his legs as they both fall down. 4:49. And the Cats star guard missing an opportunity to retake this lead. To Hayes. Take it away. Declan Sullivan gets ahead of it. There goes Lombardi. I think he wanted a foul there. They get it. Costello! A gritty Rick Berry shot. An awkward angle, no problem. Costello's got a pair of buckets, and Woods has retaken the lead. Kick out 3-pointer. Costello the board. Now Brady Holt. Sullivan's got Lombardi and Texel Tiritis with him. SJ was open, wanted the basketball, didn't get it. Now it goes Hillcrest's way. Jesse Felicione giving Sullivan some issues. Owen Welk back in for Lombardi. Coach Lipow arguing his case for some of the foul calls that are being missed, and the referee having a discussion with him. As you can see right there, and a quick stoppage of play with some explanations. And a free-for-all shoot-around on the Hillcrest side. Let's catch you up if you missed anything. Declan Sullivan at an early 5 points. Coach Lipow made many different changes early in this basketball game. And now you get the 16-15. Hillcrest went on that 8-0 run to take the lead. Ed Woods got it back just recently with a Costello rebound. But clearly Hillcrest tried to hang around more than they did in the season finale. It's to Hayes. Take it away. Ball falls away from Helminger. Declan Sullivan's got another steal. Sullivan been a key component defensively in this matchup. He's got 2 steals today. SJ Texel Tiritis has got 2. Costello's got 3. Hall's got 1. You heard Leo Sanchez, their steals leader last year, saying that if you play great defense, hard to lose playoff games. And so far, Woods has been sharp defensively. 3:10 left to go here in this opening quarter. Woods not generating the same separation in terms of their margin of victory as they did in the season finale. Owen Welk sneaks under the defense, counted in the foul for number 20 in white. Trying to get caught. Owen Welk had an interesting season because he started many games. And again, the intangibles and the overall skills and talents are there for Welk to really make that kind of an impact. It's just the shooting inefficiencies that haven't gone his way this season. Shot 17% from the field and 16% from 3 in the games we broadcasted of his this year. But again, average 5 points a game. So he chucks up the shots. He gets open shots, but if he can make those efficiently and get those open looks like we saw today, it would really pay dividends for both him and this basketball team. Woods trying to attack down low. This time Costello, the one with the charge. And he's fouled on the way for 2 free throws. Earlier today, I was speaking with Max Costello and maybe what his athletic future holds as he moves on to high school and language arts class. I mean, this is a multi-sport athlete. He can play football and baseball, and now he is on the basketball team this year and succeeding for sure. Averaged 4.5 points, 5.5 rebounds this past year, 2 steals a game. He's already got 3 of them in this matchup and played 24 minutes a night. So this is a guy who Coach Limbaugh can rely on. Whenever he's been available, he's been in the starting lineup. Kind of one of the consistent focal points of this defense that Coach Limbaugh knows he can go to at any moment. And you see it right there. He misses the free throws, but makes up for it with tenacious defense. Going Hillcrest way, and Costello not happy about it. But right there, that play could just explain it. Max will be the first one to tell you that he doesn't think he's the most talented offensive player or the best sharpshooter on this team. But he can make the impact and set his teammates up for success. He can do the little things, provide those little sparks that are vital if you want to win a basketball game, especially in the playoffs. And we've seen that. 2:26 left to go in this quarter, a slow-moving quarter at that. 19-15 your score, a lower scoring affair from Fairfield Woods. A foul on the drive. That's the 5th. It'll now be shooting 2 free throws. For Fairfield Woods, it'll be Taxil Taridis, the 6th grader from Jennings Elementary, onto the team. Now, I've never actually spoken with SJ about this. First of all, SJ, very, very kind person. Love speaking with him before some of the games. Been doing some great things. I haven't spoken with SJ about this, but, I mean, when I was in 5th grade, he was in 3rd grade. When I was in 4th grade, he was in 2nd grade, so we're both Jennings people. I'd look at him and his brother SJ just go out and ball on the playground basketball hoops. And I knew as soon as I saw those guys, I'm like, dang, they're good basketball players. Overlapped at a few basketball camps here and there. I mean, you watch Taxil Taridis for just a few plays. You could tell how calm he is. His movements, his cutting, his precision, perfection at times. Just such a talented basketball player, and it was obvious from the get-go, and he's doing some great things for Fairfield Woods. I was speaking with Coach Limbaugh. He's like, even after this year, I think next year's team is going to be great as well, even losing some of the 8th graders. I mean, you've seen Price make an impact. You've seen Sullivan make an impact. You're looking at Taxil Taridis now, him and his brother Jimmy, maybe holding the baton as the future of this program. You see so many talented guys on this team, but they're looking for a championship run this year, a swing around Welk. His shot from the wing rolls away. Those are the shots that Welk gets so easily because he's got great speed, and he can sneak through the defense and find those looks. It's just a matter of knocking them down, and he becomes a consistent playmaker on this offense. Shot no good. Costello fighting for the board. Can't get it. There is some contact on a David Moray's shot attempt. 91 seconds left to go in the opening frame, and Hillcrest hanging around like alligator blood. Coach Limbaugh having a chat with his 6th grade star, and Costello checking out for the first time today. Will Hall checks in. Moraes makes 1 of 2 from the charity stripe. Deep 3-pointer, no good. Moraes fighting for it, he's got it. Maybe a Chris Webber no-call travel afterwards, but nonetheless, Hillcrest retains possession. Driving through, oh wow, what a drive and an attempt for Felicio. Can't get it with the one-handed roll, but Moraes does clean it off the glass. It's a 2-point game, and certainly not the 18-point blowout we saw from Fairfield Woods a week ago. 3-pointer, Welk, cash money. Wilkes got 5 first half points today. 45 seconds left, and Woods' lead is now extended. 22-18. To Hayes. Driving in with a one-handed roll, and he travels before the penetration. Helminger jittery a little bit in his playoff start. 30 seconds for Woods to make something happen before they go into the halftime break. I look to Owen Welk here. Has kind of been the spark for those three-point plays and just those shots in general. You know, we could get open. He's open again. They get it to him. Instead, it's Holt in the low post. Back out Welk. Step back three-pointer. Too short. Holt the board. Ball slammed away, but with contact. Just under 10 seconds left in this second quarter. And Brady Holt is going to the free throw line. Very ironic as well. I spoke with Brady Holt before the game. We're going to be showing you guys that interview once we reach the halftime break. Brady Holt didn't play as much early in the season, but has been making a consistent impact since. And that name Holt, why does that sound familiar? His sister, Claire, was on the team last year, the girls' team, in 7th and 8th grade. She was really the star of that team. Ball rolling around. Holt makes 1 of 2. Texel-Tritus can't control it. Wilk, a jumping floater, no good. Moraes grabs the rebound. One last chance for Felicione to the cheerleaders. But that'll do it for half number 1. Owen Welk making an impact. Declan Sullivan. We saw in the last meeting what MJ Lombardi could do, but he's only got 2 and he hasn't made a field goal. Woods playing by committee. SJ Texel-Tritus has been involved. Max Costello. 4 and 4. 4 points, 4 rebounds, 4 steals. Fairfield Woods will go into the halftime breakup 5. What a start it's been for them. However, Brady Holt, star forward, I spoke with him before the game. An incredible rebounder, an incredible scorer. Let's show you that interview real quick with Brady Holt and some of the great things he's looking to do in this matchup. Spoke with him before him, but are also vital for what he'll look to do in the second half of this game. Let's hear it. Some technical difficulties instead. Let's watch this Woods cheer team. We'll be back in just a minute. Brady Holt, a good start today. 3 points aboard. Got it started for Fairfield Woods and ended their second half scoring. Let's hear that interview I had with Brady pregame. What is up, everybody? Chase Coburn here for Fairfield Woods Middle School. I'm joined by star forward for the Fairfield Woods boys basketball team, the Wildcats, Brady Holt. Brady, thanks for joining me. I think the main asset for you at Valley is rebounding. The team's leading rebounder by a large margin. We saw a game this year where you had 17 rebounds right in front of this Woods crowd. Talk to me about how important that has been for you, how much you prioritize getting boards on the glass.
It's important because I have to get to the guard so we can try to push it up, get a fast break layup, or an open three.
Talk to me about what playing with Max Costello was like. It's kind of, coach has been putting you guys together in the starting lineup. You guys have gotten a lot of time together. You both play a similar style, but yet complement each other really well. Talk to me about what it's like to play next to Max.
Yeah, so me and him, we like to do like a high-low sometimes where I'm like free throw, and I'll like down kind of, if that's not open. I'll pick it out or take it myself.
Awesome. We're talking about your rebounding. We're talking about your skills. What skill are you going to have to provide if Fairfield Woods wants to win here in this game?
Probably rebounding on defense to get it back to the guards quickly.
You mentioned the guards. MJ Lombardi had a great game last night at Hillcrest. 27 points, one of the highest marks in Fairfield Woods history. You have a plethora of star players on this team. You're starting a playoff run. You're starting that championship quest. And after this, obviously, you don't want to look ahead. But it could be a great road. It could be a possible championship season. Talk to me about how you guys are handling those emotions and making sure you guys are ready to make that run.
Yeah, we're definitely fired up. And we just have to keep focused during practice. And that's it.
Brady, appreciate it. Big game for Fairfield Woods against Hillcrest later too. Brady, appreciate it.
We're back from Fairfield Woods Middle School. A minute till we begin our second half of action, 23-18. Currently your score from Fairfield Woods. Currently the start. Again, it's a playing by committee game thus far. I want to let you know that today's broadcast is brought to you by Haven Hot Chicken. Haven Hot Chicken is an American-style restaurant specializing in their juicy, crispy jumbo chicken tenders. On the top right, try their famous banana pudding, as well as its seasonal variations. Download the app today since they are offering a free tendy slider this Sunday to all app users. A huge thanks to Haven Hot Chicken at 907 Post Road in Fairfield, Connecticut for sponsoring today's stream and this halftime show brought to you by Haven Hot Chicken. That last interview, also your Haven Hot Chicken interview of the game. You can see Brady Holt is locked in. He's excited for a great second half. Woods going out there with their starting lineup, except for one change. Will Hall going to be in the game instead of S.J. Texilteranis. Will Hall hasn't exactly been that consistent offensive playmaker, though he's been tenacious, he's been aggressive defensively, but a key part of what Fairfield Woods has been doing consistently. And he'll look to help them close out a playoff win in this matchup. You know, it's kind of funny, right? Fairfield Woods literally just played Hillcrest in this to end their regular season back on Wednesday, January 29th. MJ Lombardi, a historic performance with 27 points. The record was 29, so came near Woods' historic territory in terms of his scoring numbers. He's been quiet today, but Fairfield Woods seeing Hillcrest. The last time that happened in professional basketball was the 76ers and the Nets back in 2023. We saw that. And then we also saw it between the Bengals and the Ravens back in 2022 over on the NFL side. So it doesn't happen often, but you play the back-to-back games, regular season finale and in the playoff opener. One of them's got a meeting with the winner of Madison and Tomlinson next week. Will it be Hillcrest? Will it be Fairfield Woods? A good defensive possession there for the Cats. They look to hold on to a 5-point lead and close out playoff win number 1 of possibly 3. Ball on the ground. Fighting for it is Brady Holt. Can't get down low, though. The guy finally got a call, a whistle. They do. They are going to rule it a jump ball, though it did look like Hillcrest had possession. Jump ball is the possession arrow pointing toward Fairfield Woods, so the Cats will keep it near their own sideline. Sullivan spinning around, using a screen, attacking on the baseline. Going Hillcrest way, could not control his dribble in the tight areas. Sullivan had an early start that was been contained since. And it will be interesting to see who Coach Flippow relies on in this second half. Owen Well got a great first half, played more time than he usually does. Maybe he brings him back in. Maybe he looks to Lombardi for more offensive production. That'll kind of be the story here. Fairfield Woods, 23-18, not exactly on pace for the 61 they scored back on the 29th against this same squad. Hillcrest going down the court, making it a one-possession game, but Lombardi looking to make up for it. Three-pointer for MJ, bouncing around, not getting the rolling ones. Brady Holt fights for a rebound, though it'll go Hillcrest way. Rossett driving it on Will Holt. Oh my goodness, look at the spin-a-rama move as he gets it down low. Shot his way off on the floater, and the ball bounced into the Woods Auditorium. You love to see the effort from Jesse Felicione. What a move it was from Rossett to get it to Helminger. But now the Drama Club getting the appreciation of the basketball. Lombardi at Will Hall. Declan Sullivan in the corner. Three-pointer. Rebound. Hauled in by Usiglo. Rossett. Tight areas for the pass. Declan Sullivan takes advantage of it. Sullivan's got his third steal in the afternoon as Lombardi recharges his offense. He's got a screen from Costello. Gets it out to his 7th grade teammate. Nothing but net, but in the worst way possible for Sullivan. Spinorama attempt for Costello to get the steal. It'll stay with Hillcrest. He'll get called for contact. Sullivan out of the game. Taxil Tiritis. A quick check-in with 5:47 left to go in the third. Again, what I find interesting about sports sometimes is it's not always about when you lose a game or just preparing for a matchup, the other team. It's more preparing for yourself. And I spoke with Coach Chris Casey, Fairfield University men's basketball coach. He said 80% of the work he does for each game is working on his own team, not preparing for the others and the scheme that they bring. And that was kind of the message that head coach Kelly Metzger of this Hillcrest team was telling me as well. She said they looked at what they do, they look to improve their game and not as much what Woods did so well against them. Sometimes those adjustments for your team are what the opponent is doing, but it is interesting to kind of hear that coaching approach, especially for a big playoff game after your opposition scored 61 on you just 9 days ago. Right now it's paying off whatever has happened. Hillcrest has done the job needed to hang around in this basketball game. It's a 5-point game. Hillcrest traveling as they control the basketball, so it'll go back to Fairfield Woods. Hall's got an inbound. He's got Max Costello right there from point-blank range. No good, a fight for the rebound. Lays out to get it, but it's out of bounds once it's there. 4:54 left to go here in this third quarter. Will Hall getting in on the action. It's 25-20 in favor of the Cats. Driving in. The 10-foot mid-range jumper. Not always the smartest look there. It was a very great attempt, though the floater didn't fall for Helminger. Three-pointer! Woods has just struggled to shoot efficiently from three. No, two teammates of the same side. Barry Gray fighting for it with each other. So it'll stay with Woods. Will Hall, unguarded, inbounding it. Lombardi, 4:21 left to go in the third. MJ still looking for field goal number 1. And his attempt and his expression afterwards, not as content as you'd like it to be. MJ checking out with some frustration. Owen Welk back into the basketball game with 4:15 left to go in this third quarter. A slower start for MJ Lombardi. To Hayes. Getting it out to his teammate. That's Helminger. Pass a little too abrupt for Usiglo. Ball's on the ground. Jump ball. Excuse me. They say before the jump. Hillcrest got the timeout in. 3:56. Real quick, want to let you know, today's broadcast is brought to you by Haven Hot Chicken. Haven Hot Chicken is an American-style restaurant specializing in their juicy, crispy jumbo chicken tenders. On top of that, try their famous banana pudding, as well as its seasonal variations. Download the app today since they are offering a free tendy slider this Sunday to all app users. Again, a huge thanks to Haven Hot Chicken at 907 Post Road in Fairfield, Connecticut for sponsoring today's stream. We'll go to a break. 25-20 is your score from Fairfield Woods. We're back. Off the timeout. A great play call. Scripted. Usaglo gets advantage of it. Moray's right next to him. It's a 3-point game. And this Hawks team, they're like cockroaches. They just won't go away. Hayes at the half-court line. Getting a little too physical with S.J. Texel-Turitis. The second foul of the period for the Hawks. Wilkes got Texel-Turitis open. The struggles are real for Fairfield Woods from 3-point range. Continuously, the Cats just struggling to shoot efficiently from that area. On the other end, great attempts for Hillcrest. Ball was a little too high. Leah McNamara was able to get open at the far sideline. Form looked good, though went too high off the bounce, so it'll go back to the Wildcats. Hayes pickpocketing Texel-Turitis. Texel-Turitis getting ahead on his drive. Shots no good, but 2 free throws all the way for Hayes. Fairfield Woods today from 3-point range. They've made 2 of their attempts, and they've attempted 17. 2 of 17 from 3-point range. Hillcrest, if you're Fairfield Woods, you're lucky to be winning this basketball game with those 3-point shooting numbers, but their defense has been strong. It's been stout all afternoon. Right now, Hillcrest, 23 points. That's a score Woods had at halftime. Texel-Turitis, bada bing, bada boom. Texel-Turitis getting in on the action. He's now got a team leading 7 points. Woods needed that desperately for their offensive momentum. It's their second field goal made of the second half. McNamara trying to keep it in, stepping out of bounds on the lunge. 2:39, and this Woods crowd is getting back into it. S.J. Texel-Turitis, the floater. It's a great shot attempt, follows his own shot, gets his own board as he takes it to the corner. Gets it down low to his 8th grade veteran, Costello. And there's the foul attempt with David Moraes getting in the way of Costello's posting up attempt. Price got open off the inbound, gets open again now in a different area. Has to slow it down though. Texel-Turitis recharging the Jets. What a pass by Brady Hull. Max Costello lays it in. Yeah, big fella, there you go with the pass. Kind of like a backhanded pass in a sense too. What a play from Holt to get it into his 8th grade teammate Costello. It's his first assist of the day and a memorable one. Driving in now with an attempt. Could have very easily been a foul call. Ball rolling around. Moraes takes advantage of it. Cleaning up the loose ball and driving it in with force. It's a 5-point game. And the offensive potency on both sides and the consistency picking up for sure. Oh, not enough. Costello's on the ground again. Coach Lippow wants a foul and is looking at the refs in complete shock at the current time as they discuss the details of the recent calls. Coach Lippow doing some great things outside of Fairfield Woods running a youth basketball program locally, Fairfield Fierce, and they're actually performing at halftime of a Sacred Heart basketball game coming up soon. So Coach Lippow doing some great things, kind of an AAU program for youth basketball talents, and a lot of his youth basketball talents now here doing things for Fairfield Woods. Many of his talents last year as well. guys like Sanchez, Colin Robbins, guys he had known previously playing basketball. Owen Welk. In and out. Will Hall. He'll take a rest. McNamara, 89 seconds left to go in the quarter. He misses both. Got in the bonus with a 5th foul. Now a jump ball. Costello ties it up. It'll keep it going his team's way. Costello took a quick rest, but overall, he's probably played more than any player on this team and probably been more productive and well-rounded than any player on this team. 6 points, 5 rebounds, 4 steals for the 8th grader who's been absolutely prolific, to say the least. Brady Price trying to make something happen. Been that scoring leader at times. There he coughs it up. Texel Teritis can't get there. Hayes at an open drive. Couldn't lay it in with the right. And Helminger couldn't lay it in with both hands. 58 seconds. Texel Teritis with some force. A step back. You know he wanted to attempt it. No, instead laid it off to Owen Welk. His floater rolling away. Brady Holt fighting for it, but a jump ball means Hillcrest basketball with 45 and a half to play. .39 seconds left in this third period. Hayes attacking the baseline. McNamara can't get it to fall. Helminger, Hayes, a drive, a floater. Not enough power on it. Moraes back out, Helminger. Another offensive rebound. And the second chance opportunity is vital for Hillcrest. Hayes, Helminger with 10 seconds. McNamara was open, mid-ranger for Moraes. No good, 4 seconds, 4th time wasn't the charm. Costello, too much force with the open layup. Woods can't get the extra points to add on top, and those looks in a game like this, as pivotal as any, and if Fairfield Woods ends up having a close game here, that will be one to remember. 30-25, your score. Here from Fairfield Woods Middle School, we're gonna take a quick break. Max Costello, SJ Texel Teritis, and a beautiful pass from Brady Holt. That was your third quarter story. The Cats retain a 5-point lead going into the fourth. We're here for Fairfield Woods. We're returning to you one more quarter to decide it all from Fairfield Woods.
They've been down in there.
Fairfield Woods and Hillcrest played earlier in the season. I mean, I say earlier, not too long ago, is actually when the girls team for Hillcrest traveled here to Fairfield Woods, and you know, Woods took care of business soundly in that matchup just a few weeks ago, and they did the same in their second meeting as well. But this time, a new story hanging around is Hillcrest. They drive it in, some early attempts early. Max Costello again down low, getting the points. 7:32 now to play in this fourth quarter. Guarding at the perimeter, getting by is McNamara. Max Costello jumping to Trumbull, not able to get the block. Misses it by probably millimeters, and it's a game of millimeters, this game of basketball. Hillcrest takes advantage of it. Holt has the ball stripped away when he wasn't looking. Great effort by Josh Tuhays as Brett Helminger working with his other teammates. We have not seen Brandon Rossett in a while, and he doesn't appear to be hurt on the sideline. He was controlling a lot of Hillcrest offense at the beginning of the game. We will see what happens there. Hillcrest ended the season losing their final 2 games to the second seeded Tomlinson, who will play Madison later next week, and then lost to Fairfield Woods the game before that. Kind of as a playoff update league-wide, the Roger Ludlow Bulldogs looking for 3 championships in a row and no flaws. 61-29, soundly taking care of a winless Flood team in round 1. Now that's a long way away, but if Fairfield Woods is able to escape these next 2 games, or Hillcrest, whoever escapes the bottom side of this bracket, find it hard to believe that they would be facing anyone else but Ludlow, who does control home court for a 3rd consecutive season, and again look for a 3rd consecutive championship. They've lost 2 games over these past 3 years. One to Jockey Hollow in the regular season. They did later beat them in the championship at Jockey Hollow. Did hand them a game with Josh Charlotte back in my 6th grade year in the 2022-23 season. The only other, Fairfield Woods. Just a few weeks ago, 55-44 on the road. Woods wants their 2nd crack at Ludlow, but they got to win 2 more games to do it. They look to close out this one. Sullivan chasing down a few rebounds, getting decked. Josh Tuhays with a lot of contact, helping Sullivan get up, though that was a very hard collision. Brandon Rossett checking in for this final stretch. Mick Namara out after his short stint. Costello, 3 offensive rebounds. None of them fall. Then tries to get the steal. Rossett slowing it down. I mean, wow. Max Costello so aggressive, but just not able to get the points. Jumps too early here, but Moraes can't have it fall. There's a foul off the ball. Going on, number 23 in gray, David Moraes. It'll return to the Cats with 5:53 left to go in this 4th quarter. We've seen Fairfield Woods have leads like this before. They led 43-37 to Tomlinson. Ended up losing that game at home, so no lead is safe in this kind of league, especially in a game where MJ Lombardi has been limited and is yet to put up any points after a prolific 27 9 days ago against this exact same team with, frankly, an exact same rotation. Out of a copy-paste rotation. Will Hall getting control of the ball on the fast break, the steal, the bucket. Oh my gosh. They call a foul. And Coach Lippow, beyond disappointed, he's like, you don't call that there. What a move it was for Hall to get the steal and then the drive, but rule the basket back. Coach Lippow trying to explain something to the referee. There's a lot of communication. And now it's already a quick 5 fouls for Hillcrest, and I think that's the explanation Coach Lippow is trying to make. In the midst of this mess that we're trying to unravel, a substitution. Josh Tuhays checks out. Jesse Felicione checking back in. Really love the aggressiveness from Felicione, the effort he's put forth in this game thus far. So shout out to him and the great things he's doing. He'll have to try to close out an upset playoff win for Hillcrest. In our years, in Fairfield Woods' years broadcasting their games, they went 6-8 in year 1, were a 4th seed, got bounced in round 1 to Tomlinson when our school dean, Mr. Robinson, was coaching the team. Last year, Woods flamed out in the championship game. Their top scorer, Sebastian Campbell, unable to join them due to an injury. And the effects of that were real. This year, Woods looking for that revenge against Ludlow. A 9-5 season and a 6-point lead with 5:15 to go in the fourth. Hoping to get themselves around two and most likely a meeting with their in-town rival Tomlinson. There's another steal, Will Hall. What a stretch it's been for him. Hall driving through. Pass away, Sullivan, cash! Declan Sullivan hitting it when it matters most. Lead is now 9, that's its largest of the day. Coach Lippel loves it. Woods sideline loves it. This Woods crowd loves it, but responding on the other end. Brett Helminger quieting this crowd. The Hawks are not going away. Lombardi at the scores table. MJ maybe looking for some last minute production. Texel Teritis into Costello. Shot doesn't have the right power on it. Costello looking to eclipse his total of double digits. He's got 8.6 boards, 4 steals today. Helminger has the height on Sullivan. He'll try to use it, drives it on Brady Holt. Foul on the ground. Goes on Brady Holt. Declan Sullivan had his flaws today. 3 of 10 for the field, 2 of 7 from 3. But you gotta give credit. What a big 3-point shot when you need it most. Will Hall, great stretch of possessions there. He's out of the game. However, MJ Lombardi into the basketball game. 3-pointer, yes sir! Brandon Rossett, we got a 3-point game. Do not go anywhere. Costello can't control it, pass errant. Texel Teritis turns it over. 3:45, it was a 9-point lead a second ago. Now Hillcrest has got a chance to theoretically tie this game. Down low, Moraes spinning around on Holt. We got a 1-point affair. And Hillcrest fans coming in to represent their team. Texel Teritis, Sullivan, oh yes! Big game, Declan! Declan's got 12. Woods leads by 4. A response. Not there for Felicione. That shot rolling away. Sullivan trying to control the rebound. He does. It's been the Declan Sullivan quarter. Brady Holt, Costello rejected. Now out Rossett. A 4-point game. Down low, trying to find Moraes. Musiclo couldn't get it to him. Holt with the grab, and then the foul on Hillcrest. They reached the bonus a long time ago, very early in this quarter. So, Brady Holt to the charity stripe for 2 more. First of 2, many bounces, but in for Brady Holt. And a passionate Woods parent section excited about it. 2:35, Holt bouncing off and in. Sometimes you need the rolls to go your way to win a basketball game. 2 rim bounces go their way this time as well. Rossett, 2:27. Helminger staying with Hillcrest. It's the 3rd foul of the period. It's the 3rd foul of the period for Fairfield Woods. Driving in on the rest, spin around, no good. Helminger Helminger had the chance, couldn't get it with the one-hand roll. Costello, a deep pass. Holt had Lombardi wide open. Instead, he gets it to Sullivan. Then out Costello. Lombardi's to his left. Max trying to do it himself. And is fouled on the drive. Max Costello going to the line for his 2 biggest shots of the day. Again, still mesmerizing. 2 points, a rebound, 0 for 8 from the field, 0 for 3 today from three-point range is MJ Lombardi in perhaps his final game in front of this Woods crowd. And yet the Cats are still winning. Declan Sullivan's presence down the stretch has been huge. He's got 12 points and 3 steals, including 2 3-pointers down the stretch here in this fourth quarter. 1 of 2 is made for Costello. Holt getting the rebound, controlling it with many players alongside him. Almost an and 1 for Holt, though gets the shot up with contact. And 2 shots at the free throw line on the way. To the charity stripe is Brady Holt with exactly 2 minutes to go in this fourth quarter. Hillcrest had their chances. It was 36-35. A 6-point stretch. 7-0 run now. Excuse me. For Brady Holt, and Holt will look to make it 8. Made 2 free throws just recently, kind of in this scoring run. To make it 39, to make their score 39-41. Costello chasing it down, can't get it. Brady Holt does get the rebound though. Declan Sullivan gets it out, Texel Tiritis. The pressure is being applied, and sub for Hillcrest. Rossett, he's got to be patient if he wants to make it. He does, and a marvelous wraparound steal. We got a 6-point game. I mean, unbelievable. MJ Lombardi, field goal number 1. Couldn't come in a bigger time. And 1 for MJ. Rossett was all alone toward his own sideline, grabbing the layup. And it was a 5-on-4 that MJ was able to execute on. It was only a matter of time for the team's leading scorer in white to get himself a field goal, and it may have not officially sealed it, but puts Woods in a far more comfortable position than they were in before. And a lot of communication, as you're seeing right here on our view, between Coach Flippow and the referee, some explanations that Coach is wanting to know. As that conversation continues, we're getting you our view of that at the current time. Also a scuff up with the communications, the scores table as well. Both referees discussing what to do. Mr. King, a substitute teacher in August, an 8th grader at this school, awaiting decisions. MJ awaiting the pressure of a vital free throw. That was something MJ didn't do great in the games we broadcasted. Lombardi got to the line 14 times, made 5 of them. Missed 2 free throws earlier today. Or made 2, excuse me. But, you know, can do some damage from the free throw line. But it's certainly not his number 1 area of strength. It's when you can get him attacking downhill on the floater and then in the transition, catch and shoot 3-pointer. That's where MJ makes his largest impact. Confusion solved. Lombardi, 1 free throw on the end, 1 opportunity. Ice in his veins. 9-point lead for Woods. Rossett. Felicione. Back out Rossett. Guarded by Lombardi. 3-pointer. Form looked good. Everything about it looked good. Except the shot was off. The Texel Tiritis got the rebound, but Hillcrest gets it back. Felicione. 110. Helminger. Shot rolls away. Holt tries to save it. Staying with Hillcrest. Brady Holt was about to try to do a diving save. You never want to do that when you're on the defensive end. Getting it in. Ross set. Step back three-pointer. Rolls away. MJ cleaning up the rebound. Creating some space. Fairfield Woods can start to breathe. 55 seconds. And more contact. Lombardi. 2 more free throws. If he makes both, it's even one of the 2. It's a 4-possession game. And one that Hillcrest would have trouble mustering a comeback on. Lombardi coming up big when it matters most. He's got the Cats' last 4. One more free throw attempt coming up. The Emginator. He's a multi-sport athlete, competes in baseball as well. He understands how to play in the pressure, play under the bright lights. Woods' lead is now 11. Ross set, awaiting the fatal end of his team's season. Three-pointer on the corner. Shot no good for Alex Rollamate. Costello chasing it down. He'll finish his day. 9.7 rebounds, 4 steals, 4 of 10 shooting. Assuming his counting stats don't get altered too heavily over these next 39.1 seconds. Ross sets deep. Lombardi's guarding. MJ gets the steal. Attacks on the baseline. MJ, too much power on it. Texel Tyrannus tries to get the rebound. Instead going Hillcrest way. This crowd was anticipating the volume their vocal cords would get to as Lombardi sealed the deal and made it a 13-point lead there. Helminger, his final 30 seconds. Jumping three-pointer is no good. And Hillcrest will back off. You got to give a lot of credit to this Hawks team. They fought hard. They just faced this team. Trailed by as much as 26 the last time around. Played a very good basketball game. Back and forth. And Coach Slipow calling a timeout with 3.1 seconds for his team to sink in the madness. Speaking with MJ, with the rest of his team, they're gonna wrap it up here. 1 of 3 Woods needs to be crowned champions. The Cats reign above all and are 2 games from the prestigious honor of Fairfield County champions. Coach Slipow's group excited for the opportunities to come and an opportunity for Fairfield Woods to continue this championship type season. I spoke with Coach Slipow before the game. He said his team is peaking at the right time right now. They're playing their best basketball. They beat Ludlow. You now get this kind of win. He said they're peaking. He said they deserve a chance to compete for a championship. They're going to the semifinal. Stamp your ticket there, most likely to their crosstown rival in Tomlinson, because Fairfield Woods is trying to complete this championship season. Thank you guys so much for tuning in from Fairfield Woods Middle School. I'm your play-by-play man, Chase Coburn. Thanks for tuning in on your Friday afternoon. 48-37 your final. Fairfield Woods, their season wasn't going to end today. They were going to do more. A well-rounded outing. A great overall outing. Declan Sullivan doing the magic. 48-37. 2 more needed for glory.